You're exhausted, but you haven't done anything today. You've spent hours preparing to start, organizing, researching, scrolling through the archives of other people's achievements. But the start never came. The exhaustion you feel is not the exhaustion of labor. It is the exhaustion of overstimulation. Your ancestors felt tired because they moved the earth. You feel tired because your neural pathways are being flooded without a single physical movement required. You aren't lazy. You're being farmed. Your brain is being milked for its most precious resource, attention. And you're letting it happen, trading away the hours of your life for the price of a few seconds of digital distraction. We live in an era where the reward has been severed from the effort. For thousands of years, the human animal only received a spike of dopamine when it secured food, survived a threat, or built a shelter. The chemical was a biological trophy for survival. Now, you can press a piece of glass and simulate the exact same neurochemical victory. Watch a motivational video. You get a hit. A tiny spike of dopamine that tells your primitive brain you've already won. You watch someone else wake up at 4 a.m., lift the weights, build the business, and your brain releases the chemical reward. You feel the victory, so you lose the hunger. Why would your body expend the massive caloric energy required to learn a new skill, to face the friction of failure, when it can feel the exact same satisfaction by simply swiping up? You've become a ghost in your own life, a spectator of other people's discipline. You are sedated by the illusion of progress. Modern neuroscience calls it the dopamine loop. But you need to understand what dopamine actually is. You think it is about pleasure. It's not. It's about craving. It is the chemical of more. It is the molecule that forces you to look over the horizon. But when it is hijacked by algorithms, it becomes a prison. Your receptors are fried. You are exposing your brain to supernormal stimuli, levels of novelty and excitement that do not exist in nature. Because of this, your brain has defended itself by downregulating your dopamine receptors. You set the baseline so impossibly high that normal life, the actual quiet work of building something, feels like physical pain. Reading a book feels agonizing. Staring at a blank page feels like torture. Your brain is screaming for the high-frequency voltage it has grown addicted to. Arthur Schopenhauer saw this 200 years before the first smartphone was manufactured. He called it the vanity of existence. Schopenhauer knew that we are driven by a blind, irrational force, the will. A drive that constantly pushes us forward but never, ever finds lasting satisfaction. We swing like a pendulum between pain and boredom. When we lack something, we suffer. When we attain it, we become bored and immediately seek the next desire. The digital age has weaponized Schopenhauer's will. You are chasing a horizon that recedes as you walk toward it. You seek the next notification, the next video, the next purchase, because you cannot bear the crushing weight of the present moment. You cannot bear the boredom of simply existing. The system is designed to keep you in a state of perpetual wanting, because a satisfied human is not a profitable consumer. There is no life hack for this. The cure is not a productivity app. It is not a new calendar system or a perfectly optimized morning routine. The cure is a forced starvation. You must learn to sit in the boredom. You must lock yourself in the quiet room until your brain stops screaming for the blue light. You have to endure the withdrawal of the digital sedative. You need to kill the dopamine ghost. You must embrace the gray of the work, the long, unglamorous, silent hours where absolutely nothing feels good. The hours where there is no audience, no immediate validation, and no chemical rush. The hours where you are just a machine, moving a lever. This is the only way to reset your baseline. You have to starve the cheap desires so that the profound ones can breathe. When you abstain from the artificial spikes, the quiet, analog reality begins to regain its color. Sacrifice the cheap thrills of today for the capability of tomorrow. It will feel like dying. Let it. Let the addicted version of you wither away. The version of you that survives the boredom. The version of you that can sit in the silence and endure the friction of real, meaningful work is the only one worth becoming. Silence the noise. Find the friction. Start the work.